नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Third canto, 9th chapter, verse 5. Yetu tadviya charanam bhuja kosha gandham jigranti karna vivarai shruti vatanitam
जिघ्रन्ति कर्णविवरै श्रुतिवातनीतम्
bhaktya grihita charana paraya chetesham
भक्त्या गृहीतचरणा परया च तेषाम्
na paisinata hृदयाम्बुरुहत्स्वपुंसाम्
नापैसिनाहृदयाम्बुरुहस्वपुंसाम्.
Can someone recite?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
एतत्त्वदीयचरणाम्बुजकोशगन्धम्
एतत्त्वदीयचरणाम्बुजकोशगन्धम्
जिघ्रन्ति कर्णविवरै श्रुतिवातनीतम्
जिघ्रन्ति कर्णविवरै श्रुतिवातनीतम्
भक्त्या गृहीतचरणा परया च तेषाम्
भक्त्या गृहीतचरणा परया च तेषाम्
नापैसिनाथ हृदयाम्बुरुहात् स्वपुंसाम् Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Someone else, please. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
ये तु त्वदीय चरणाम्बुजकोशगन्धम् जिघ्रन्ति कर्णविवरै श्रुतिवातनीतम्
जिघ्रन्ति कर्णविवरै श्रुतिवातनीतम्
भक्त्या गृहीत चरणा परया च तेषाम्
भक्त्या गृहीत चरणा पराय च तेषाम्
नापैसिनाथ हृदयाम् बुरुहात् स्वपुंसाम्
नापैसिनाथ हृदयाम् बुरुहात् स्वपुंसाम्.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Translation. O my Lord, persons who smell the aroma of your lotus feet, carried by the air of Vedic sound through the holes of the ears, accept your devotional service. For them, you are never separated from the lotus of their hearts. So this is the Lord Brahma. He is having darshan of the Lord, Garbhodakshai Vishnu. So Lord Brahma is speaking these words, that whoever smells the aroma of your lotus feet, carried by the Vedic sound, Shabda Brahma, which enters into the ears, they at once accept your devotional service. For them, you are never separated from the lotus of their hearts. This verse reminds me of the 4 Kumaras, actually when they go to Vaikuntha to have darshan of Vishnu. They're all Brahmagyanis. They know Brahman. The Lord can be realized in three ways, 3 aspects. Brahmeti Parman iti shabdayate, Bhagwan iti shabdayate. So they're all Brahmagyanis. They know Brahman. So they want to have the desire of seeing Lord Narayan in Vaikuntha. So they go to Vaikuntha, and when they see Narayan, they are so curious, little boys. And there's a tulsi at the lotus feet of Lord. And they smell that lotus, the tulsi of at the lotus feet of the Lord, and they get intoxicated. So this tells that Lord is beyond material, he's transcendental. They're already situated in Brahman. and nothing material can attract them, the four Kumaras. So anything that can attract which is beyond Brahman. Beyond Brahman is Bhagwan. So in the same way, jivas in this world, when they hear from scriptures, from Vedic sound, Shabda, Shritis, Shriti Vata Nitam. So what does Shriti have? Shriti is all the Vedas. So Veda is one, but it's divided into four. Rig, Yadur, Sama, Atharva Veda. Again, there are divisions in that. We have Brahmanas, Samhitas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Upanishads. Then we have Brahma Sutras. And the essence of all these things is Srimad Bhagavatam. So when we hear Shruti, Vata, Nitam, when we hear the Vedic sound vibration, then the desire to serve Lord appears in our heart. That is the jivas. So that's how we get attracted. Four Kumaras, they directly had darshan of the Lord. They smell the aroma of the tulsi from his lotus feet. And for us, at this stage, we cannot have direct darshan. So Lord has revealed scriptures for us. So through scriptures, we get revelation and we get darshan of the Lord, direct darshan of the Lord. And how these Vedic scriptures enter into our heart? That's through ears. Karna Vivarai, through the channel of the ears. Shrutivata Nityam, and carried by the air of Vedic sound. So when the pure devotee speaks from the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, when they speak, it contains the saffron dust particles of Krishna's lotus feet. So that means it's a spiritual energy, direct, filled with Krishna Rati, Krishna Prem. Then it enters into our ears, and it enters into our heart. And at once we want to do devotional service. On our own, if we just start reading books, no one will be able to do devotional service. Like they may get some impetus, but they don't know how to do it. Only when we hear from Shuddha Bhaktas, pure devotees, then that desire will occur. Usually when we read scriptures, more and more scriptures, we actually we get some knowledge about Sambandha, Abhidaya, and Prayojan, but we still don't know how to follow that path. We have a lot of misconceptions, and we have a lot of material desires. So many things are going on at the same time. So a jiva cannot ascertain what is best for me and how to approach this process. What is good for me, he cannot ascertain that. But when he approaches a pure devotee, and when he hears the same Vedic sound, same Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, then whatever he has read in the past, whatever he has heard here and there, and whatever he is hearing something new from that pure devotee, Shuddha Vaishnava, all those misconceptions will be cleared in his heart. Any knots are there, any confusion is there, any doubts are there, everything will be untied, everything will be clear. And not only that, the Shuddha Vaishnava Guru not only will clear the misconceptions, he will also put there the true conceptions. Then also he will sow the seeds of spiritual desires. Now, right now we are filled with material desires, like what we want today, what we want tomorrow. Okay, we attained this one. Okay, what is next? What should I earn next? What should I get next? What should I buy next? We are constantly, we satisfy one material desire, then 10 more desires creep up. Then we satisfy those 10 more, then 20 more creep up. And we cannot keep on chasing like this. It's like a person running in desert, seeing the mirage, thinking that, okay, that will quench my thirst. He's keep on running and running and running, and he's just exhausting. And he's exhausting whatever resources he has. So all this because of avidya and the kama, material desires. But when we hear from pure devotees, he destroys all these conceptions, and he will sow the spiritual desires. Spiritual desires. This is very important. he sows the spiritual desires. And not only that, he also asks us to chant Harinam every day. So when we do Harinam regularly, on a regular basis, following the order of the Shuddha Vaishnava, the Guru, and with clear conceptions, and with the spiritual desires, what will happen? It will start churning all our anarthas. It will churn, it will just show everything in our face. Actually, we would be thinking that, oh, previously I was very peaceful, but now when I start bhakti, a lot of churning is happening in my heart. That is because Prabhupada often gives an example that, usually when you don't sweep a room for so many days, you don't see much dust, but when you start sweeping, you'll see the dust. The dust is rising, and then you'll see, oh, there's a lot of dirt here, a lot of dust is there, fine dust. And at the end of, when you all collect the dust, it's like too much dust at the end of the room. In the same way, we feel that, oh, nothing is there, I'm fine, I'm very peaceful in my heart, I don't have many desires. But when we actually start doing devotional service, bhajan, then what actually the things, all anarthas pop out and show us in our face. So that is exactly like happens at anartha nivritti stage. And a sadhaka with this intelligence.
Sure, thank you, Ramesh. Thank you so much, Hari. Jai Shri Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, I think it was some disturbance. You can proceed, Prabhu.
Okay. So in this way, when things pop up, then we know that, what we are facing now, a challenge. So with Nishtha, we chant with clear conceptions and with spiritual desires. Guru puts the spiritual desires in our heart, and they take over the material desires in our heart. And when we chant Nam, Harinam, with perfect sambandha with their prayojan gyan, and with spiritual desires on how to serve Krishna, with the help in the holy name, will take us to our Ishtadev, take us closer to our Ishtadev. And the holy name gives us realizations, internal experiences, or it's called spurtis or darshanas. You can use many words, but ultimately the point is it will bring us close to our Ishtadev. The holy name is Chintamani. Holy name is Krishna himself. Holy name has all incarnation in it. All forms are there. Unlimited forms are there. Advaitam, Achyutam, Ayadi, Ananta Rupam. Ananta Rupas are there in holy name. Ananta Gunas are there. Ananta Leelas are there. So what is your Ishta? The holy name will reveal that to you. In what way you want to serve Krishna? You want to serve Krishna in Vrindavan, in Braja? You want to serve Krishna in Golok, or in Svetadvip, or in Vaikunta, Dwarka, Ayodhya, whatever it is, it will take you closer to your Ishtadev, and it will put you next to him. And not only that, it also gives you a spiritual body, and in that way you serve Krishna. So that is the power of Vedic sound coming from the lips of pure devotees. It is also, this verse is very closely connected to one more verse actually. Stopping. Yeah, this is 3:25-25. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanta hit karna rasayana katha. Tad joshnad ashva apavarga vartamani shraddha ratir bhakti anukramishati. So satam prasangan, constant satam, pure devotees, prasangat, association. In the association, you hear what? What you hear? You hear pastimes and activities of Krishna. And it's very pleasing and satisfying to ear and heart. And gradually, you progress from Shraddha to Rati, the stage of Rati, then Bhakti. Shraddha, Bhava Bhakti, and Prema Bhakti. Anukramishyati will follow in order. So that is the only way. On our own, we may read so many books here and there, but ultimately we need the shelter of pure devotee. Otherwise, we will be going in wrong direction. Even a one step out of the path, in a long run, we will be like very far away from our goal. So always clasping our, to the lotus feet of pure devotees, we can progress towards the goal. And as you know, pure devotee is can be in two forms. One is Vapu and Vani. Vapu is physical form and Vani is a sound form. So we can take association of pure devotee sound form anywhere and any time, but Vapu is limited. So this, yeah, where is? Yeah, so Lord Brahma is saying this, that whoever they become devotee. So here what is happening is, Lord Brahma has had darshan of Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and he was actually, all his senses are activated. Everything is spiritual, including his sense of smell and hearing and everything. And there is constantly the Vedic sound is coming. Where is the Vedic sound is coming from? It is coming from Anantadev. So Garbhodakshay Vishnu is lying on Anantadev, and Anantadev is constantly chanting the Vedas. So he is hearing the Vedic sound from Anantadev. He is smelling, and at once he wanted to do devotional service. So when we discussed here how this krama, Shraddha, Rati, Bhakti, Anukrameshyati, the same thing here. The Bhakti, Rati and Bhakti, that is called Parabhakti, or spontaneous love of Godhead. And it's a basis for intimate relationship with the Lord. Rasa, in what way you want to serve Him. So this highest rasa with the Lord can be attained simply by hearing about Him. So it's like if you want to have rasa, just accumulate as much Krishna data you can. That's what it means. Basically, you always hear Krishna Katha. Get as much Krishna data you can. Upload as much as you want into your heart from pure devotees. Never ever think that, this is becoming too much. Am I hearing too much, or am I? So hearing Krishna Katha is never too much. You can hear 24/7 about Krishna. The more you have Krishna data upload into your heart, the more closer that you will have rasa with Lord. And that is from authentic sources, not from anywhere. Gita and Bhagavatam, recited by pure and unalloyed devotees of the Lord. So we may read Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam on our own, but that should be done only after when you hear from pure devotee. So you hear from pure devotee and you recollect and you reminiscence, just like the way the cow eats the grass and just it goes and sits in the corner and just takes out from its belly and just eats for hours. It chews and chews and chews. In the same way, we should hear from pure devotee and go back to our home and bring all that what we heard and chew on it. And then when we read scriptures, with that knowledge, with that experience, if we have more questions, we again approach the pure devotee. Again, we read the scriptures and clear our conceptions. Then the cycle goes on and on and on. So we never leave pure devotee's lotus feet. We hear from pure devotee. Again, we do our swadhyay. Here, swadhyay. Here, swadhyay. So in this way, we upload Krishna data as much as we want in our heart. So there is no end to it. Anantadev is continuously reciting it. So we should be, it's our duty, it's our nature, our dharma to, not duty, it's our dharma to do this, follow the same. So this where Lord Brahma is describing. Before this, actually, Lord Brahma sees Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and he glorifies him very beautifully, actually, from last 27th chapter. Yeah, he says, the Lord's waist was covered with yellow cloth. So he's wearing pitambar dhoti. And he has a kadamba, and his saffron dust of kadamba flower. It's the color of kadamba flowers. And he had a belt on his waist. So this is what Brahma is seeing, Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He's lying on an Anantasesh. And his chest was decorated with Srivatsa marking and Kaustubha Mani. So he has a Srivatsa marking on this chest and Kaustubha jewel. Just like sandalwood is decorated with fragrant flowers, Lord is decorated with jewels and pearls. So it was all dark, actually. When Brahma was trying to find where he is, all dark. But now when he was having darshan, everything became effulgent. Everything, because Lord is self-effulgent. He doesn't need like a sun or any other things. When the Lord appeared, everything's effulgent. He could see Lord's form, Anantadev, and the lake in the Lord's navel, and the lotus stem himself. Also, you can see himself. It was so effulgent. So just like, so Lord has all these jewels and pearls, they were shining. And just like sandalwood tree is covered with many snakes, Lord's body was covered by hoods of Ananta. And he compared the Lord with a great mountain. And he's a friend of snakes because Lord Ananta is his friend. So as a mountain has many golden peaks, Lord was seen with thousands of golden helmeted hoods of Anantadev. As mountain is sometimes filled with jewels, his body is also decorated with valuable jewels. As mountain is sometimes submerged in ocean water, Lord is submerged in water of devastation. So Lord is sometimes gets submerged in the water of Garbhodaka. Daka means water. Garbha means Garbha. So Garbhodaka, he also submerged in. So he actually was submerged for 4 kalpas, Lord, before actually the navel, the lotus stem came out of navel. Then Lord Brahma is looking upon Lord in the shape of mountain, concluded that he was Hari. He is my Lord. I was meditating for 100 celestial year. So here he is. He gave me darshan. He saw Sudarshan Chakra. He even saw sun, moon, air, fire, which previously he was not able to see. And in this way, Lord Brahma saw Lord Vishnu's navel, lotus flower, devastating water, the drying air and sky, all become visible to him. So eventually the Garbha water receded, and there was only water and dry air and sky, and the stem of the lotus and the lotus. So in this way, Lord Brahma wanted to do devotional service. Now we want to do the service. What is that service? Lord created Brahma to do the service of creation, Srishti Leela. So at once, Lord Brahma was inspired, surcharged with mode of passion to create. So he basically, Garbhodaksha Vishnu wants Lord Brahma to start creation. Okay? So then Lord Brahma starts his prayers. He says that your form is completely transcendental, it's free from material contamination, and it is full of eternal bliss and knowledge, and it is beyond impersonal Brahman effulgence. And then we come to the fifth verse where we are reading right now, that how someone has his darshan, they at once want to do devotional service. And also we can see Anantadev and Garudadev. So they are actually Vedas personified. Vedas are in the mouths of Anantadev, and Garudadev is actually made up of Vedas. He's made up of all the Vedas. His wings are Sama Vedas, it is mentioned. And when he flaps his wings, if you decode it, if you are able to decode it, you can hear the hymns of Samaveda. And Lord uses Garuda Dev to travel, to reach a destination. And Lord wants to reach the destination of the heart of devotee, lotus hearts, from the lotus of the hearts of devotee. How does he reach? So Lord gets on to Garuda Dev, and Garuda Dev brings. Now we see the Gajendra Moksha pastime where Gajendra was offering prayers, and Lord comes at once on Garuda Dev, right? But Garuda Devs are Vedas. There is a Vedic sound, it's a Shriti. So Lord enters into our heart through Shritis, the Vedic sound. Just like Lord comes on Garuda Dev to a devotee, in the same way, Lord enters into the heart through the Vedic sound. And Garuda Devi is Vedas actually. It's mentioned in Garuda Puran that Lord himself is completely made up of Vedas. His wings are Samaveda. His body is Rig Yadur. His head is Rig Veda. Body is Yadur and Atharva Veda. So when we could see, we can have darshan of Lord only through Vedas. That's why Garuda Dev is always installed right opposite to the Lord. Like Lord sees Garuda Dev, and there no one should be in between actually. If you want to see the Lord, you see from the angle of Garuda Dev. Even in Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he used to go to temple every day to have darshan of Jagannath, he goes and stands next to Garuda Dev. He puts his hand on the Garuda Stamba and he looks at Jagannath. So it's a symbolic that we see, for us, we see Lord by hearing Vedas. So far as hearing is seeing, hearing is chanting, hearing is remembering. When we hear, we see, and we do remember. We do everything by hearing only, basically. We see by hearing, we chant by hearing, we remember by hearing. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is symbolically telling us that you see Lord through Vedic sound. So it's a very prominent. Ananta Dev and Garuda Dev are very prominent. They bring the Vedic sound to us. They are the intimate servants of the Lord. They are the expansion of Sri Nityananda Prabhu Balaram. So Balaram brings that to us in the way, just like Balaram is also Guru Tattva. So Guru brings that Vedic sound to us. Just like Prabhupada came to United States, he brought the Vedic sound with him. He brought the Lord in his heart. He brought Srimad Bhagavatam in his trunk, Chaitanya Charitamrita. So the book Bhagavatam came and the person Bhagavatam came, just like Garuda Dev, Ananta Dev came and entered into the hearts of people here. And now we see the result. We are sitting here and reading this beautiful scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's really amazing. So our aim and goal is to upload as much Krishna data as possible from right source, from pure devotee, do Svadhyay, hear from pure devotees, repeat the cycle, clear all the doubts, chant Harinam, get spiritual desires, get realizations. Yeah. So I will pause here. If anybody have any questions or comments, I want to share anything, please do so. Hare Krishna. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. My pranam.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the Katha, Prabhu. So, in the purport, I like this line: the Lord also does not wish to be separated from the lotus hearts of those pure devotees. The second line, Prabhu. So, that itself tells Lord also does not want to miss. Yeah, the Lord also does not wish to separate it from the lotus hearts of the pure devotees.
Oh, okay, this one, yeah. Lord.
Yeah, that shows, like, thank you for reinforcing the power of a pure devotee, and there is nothing beyond their mercy. Getting mercy from the pure devotee, there is nothing beyond in this world or eternally. Thank you so much for that, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, brother. Very nice point. Yeah, that's an intimate relationship between Jiva and Vishnu. So actually, he is always very close to us. You know, we are far from him, but he is close to us. Just try to understand that we are far from him, but he's close to us. So he's all because he's sustaining us. I heard from one sadhu that, you know, when a child is born in the womb, you know, when his child is in the womb already, but he's getting nourished, food somehow, but he doesn't know who is giving him food, you know, through the umbilical cord. He doesn't have any idea at all that there is a person called mother. You know, he doesn't even know that such person exists, but still he's getting nourished. So, you know, ignorant people also, they're getting nourished every day, but they don't have any idea that it's God who is doing it behind the scene. And when the child comes out also, he can feel a little bit. When the consciousness is a little bit developed, he comes out, but he just wants food. You know, he just wants mother's milk. He doesn't care about, you know, who is giving or, you know, what is the face of mother. So he has some idea. Okay, there is someone who's giving me milk. As his consciousness evolves, is still a small boy. Maybe you can say 1 year old or 8 months old. He's sleeping and he's feeling cold. Mother comes and puts a blanket on the child. Child doesn't know that mother has put a blanket on him, but child feels so nice. Oh, I'm feeling so nice. You know, in the same way, we also think, you know, I'm feeling so nice, but they don't say that, oh, God has done something to him. Then eventually, when they become evolved, when they become pure devotees, you can compare. Like, child is big enough now, 10 years old. He's sleeping, and mother puts a blanket. He knows that mother has come, mother has put the blanket. And the pure devotee knows that Lord has come, Lord has did this for me, or Lord has did something. So the more our consciousness is evolved, the more we can feel the Lord in our life. Just like how the baby is evolving, it can feel the presence of mother.
Beautiful example, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Okay, we'll stop here. वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर सीतनाथ प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।